Right now in America, there is a quiet group of ordinary people living in completely normal neighborhoods. They drive 5-year-old sedans, shop at discount grocery stores, and never post about luxury vacations on social media. One of them is Polly, a former office operations worker who quietly left her corporate desk job 2 years ago. You would never guess by looking at her bank account that Polly owns 3 unglamorous physical businesses in town. These businesses run almost entirely on automated systems and basic local service contracts every single month. While high-tech startups bleed millions in capital every quarter, Polly generates over $38,000 in monthly net profit. The secret behind this silent wealth isn't rocket science or complex coding algorithms. It rests on physical assets that society relies on daily but completely overlooks in conversation. Most people spend 40 years fighting for a meager 3% annual salary raise at work. Meanwhile, invisible entrepreneurs like Polly purchase boring service infrastructure that produces predictable daily cash flow. Today, we are breaking down 12 unsexy, high-margin businesses building quiet millionaires in 2026. We will analyze exact startup costs, actual profit margins, operational hurdles, and step-by-step launch strategies. You don't need a tech degree or millions in venture capital to build lasting financial independence. You just need to look at the unglamorous problems happening around your local community right now. Let's analyze how these 12 forgotten economic engines actually generate cash day after day. Here is the complete breakdown of these hidden operations and how you can start one yourself. Pay close attention to business number 4, because it holds the lowest entry barrier on this entire list. Every single example here is based on verified real-world operations functioning across the United States today. Examine these numbers carefully and see which model fits your personal goals and local market best. The first business on our list requires zero complex technology and provides incredible recurring local income. Business number 1 is self-service asset storage facilities. Polly bought her first small 4-unit lot on the edge of town using a combination of seller financing and a modest local bank loan. Storage units in the United States currently operate at high occupancy rates because modern families accumulate more possessions than their suburban homes can store. The beauty of self-service storage lies in its minimal labor overhead. Once the electronic keypads, security cameras, and automated billing software are installed, you don't need full-time employees on site. Customers pay their monthly fees online automatically, making it one of the cleanest real estate models available. Let's run the exact numbers. Buying a small parcel with 20 drive-up units might cost around $280,000. With a 15% down payment of $42,000, your mortgage payment sits near $1,950 per month. If each unit rents for $175 monthly, your gross revenue is $3,500. After insurance and utilities, you pocket roughly $1,100 in monthly net profit. Most people skip storage units because they assume you need millions to buy massive facilities. In reality, starting small with land leases or buying distressed rural garages allows regular individuals to enter the market. The key strategy is placing your security system on remote digital monitoring. Business number 2 is commercial power washing and parking lot maintenance. Companies spend thousands every quarter to keep their storefronts, sidewalks, and parking garages clean for safety regulations and local foot traffic. Polly noticed that local strip malls looked completely neglected every time she drove past them on weekends. Commercial contracts pay significantly more than residential driveways. A single grocery store parking lot cleanup contract can net $1,800 for 4 hours of overnight power washing. Equipping a utility trailer with a commercial-grade pressure washer, water tank, and surface cleaners requires an initial investment of about $12,500. Here is how you execute this model effectively. You approach local property managers directly during regular business hours and offer a free sample cleaning of their dirtiest sidewalk section. Once they see the stark contrast, you secure a 12-month maintenance agreement with scheduled monthly service visits. Now here's where it gets interesting. Can you guess what happens next when you scale this operations team? You hire reliable night shift operators for $24 an hour while charging the property management company $150 per hour. After fuel, maintenance, and labor costs, your net profit margins hover around 48% consistently. Business number 3 is laundromats with integrated wash and fold delivery options. Traditional laundromats were passive, but forward-thinking owners like Polly are modernizing them with mobile booking software. She acquired an old 18-machine laundromat that was severely underperforming due to broken coin mechanisms and outdated management. Polly installed modern card readers on all washers, upgraded lighting, and introduced a premium drop-off laundry service for busy local professionals. A typical laundromat generates between $4,000 and $10,000 in monthly revenue, depending on machine density and surrounding apartment density. Initial capital requirements range from $60,000 for acquiring an existing lease to $220,000 for full equipment modernizations. However, financing options through commercial equipment lenders often require only 15% down payment. The average cash-on-cash return for a modernized local laundromat reaches 22% annually. The reason most investors avoid laundromats is the fear of mechanical maintenance and coin theft. By converting machines to digital contactless payments and establishing repair service contracts with local techs, you remove 90% of traditional operational headaches. Business number 4 is commercial medical equipment sanitization and transport. Hospitals, physical therapy clinics, and senior residential facilities constantly need specialized equipment moved and certified clean between user transitions. Polly started this service using a single used cargo van purchased for $16,500 in early 2025. Healthcare regulations require strict sanitation protocols, creating high pricing power for certified operators. A single route collecting wheelchairs, hospital beds, and monitoring units from 5 local facilities can generate $850 per day in gross transportation fees. Startup costs are surprisingly accessible. You need a reliable van, EPA-approved sanitation equipment, basic insurance, and state certification, totaling roughly $24,000. You sign recurring vendor agreements with outpatient centers that lack their own internal transport fleets or dedicated logistics teams. Most people ignore this niche because it sounds complex or clinical. However, once you complete standard certification courses and follow established sanitation guidelines, it becomes a predictable local logistics route with minimal competition. Business number 5 is automated self-service dog wash stations. Pet owners love keeping their dogs clean, but washing a large pet in a home bathtub creates a massive mess. Polly placed her first 2 self-contained dog washing kiosks next to a busy suburban dog park and a popular local pet supply shop. Customers pay $15 for 10 minutes of access to warm water, specialized shampoos, blow dryers, and elevated tubs. Each station costs approximately $18,500 to purchase and install, including plumbing connections and automated payment terminals. Monthly utility and soap supply costs average around $320 per unit. Let's look at the financial performance. If a single station handles just 12 dogs per day, gross income reaches $5,400 per month. Subtracting utility costs, location rent, and basic maintenance leaves a net profit of around $3,800 monthly per unit. The secret to success in this model is securing high foot traffic location leases. Offering property owners 10% of gross sales as rental income secures prime spots without high upfront real estate costs. Business number 6 is mobile fleet washing for regional trucking companies. Logistics firms and utility fleets must keep their semi-trucks, vans, and delivery vehicles clean for DOT inspections and brand image. Polly landed her first contract by offering to wash 3 semi-trucks for free at a local distribution center. A fleet washing business operates on-site at the client's parking yard during off hours, typically weekend nights. Charging $65 per semi-truck or $35 per delivery van allows a 2-person crew to clean 25 vehicles in a single 6-hour evening shift. Equipment costs include a heavy-duty trailer equipped with high-volume water tanks, pressure pumps, water reclamation mats, and eco-friendly soaps. Total setup investment sits near $18,000. Monthly net revenue for a 3-fleet service route often exceeds $14,000. Compare that to someone who opened a traditional retail franchise. Same capital invested, but mobile fleet washing features 0 retail rent, higher profit margins, and predictable corporate contracts signed annually. Business number 7 is private utility trailer and equipment rental yards. Small contractors, homeowners, and movers constantly need dump trailers, car haulers, and skid steers for weekend projects. Purchasing equipment outright is too expensive for regular consumers, making rentals the perfect economic bridge. Polly began by purchasing two heavy-duty hydraulic dump trailers for $8,200 each. She listed them on local rental platforms and built her own simple direct booking website. Each trailer rents for $125 per day or $550 per week, yielding high utilization rates during spring and summer. Initial setup requires secure parking space, commercial liability insurance, and durable equipment built for commercial use. Total initial setup for a 3-trailer operation runs around $28,000. Annual maintenance averages less than 8% of overall asset value. Most people skip equipment rental because they worry about damage or theft. Utilizing GPS tracking devices on every asset, security deposits, and strict rental agreements protects your assets while generating passive rental returns. Business number 8 is commercial window cleaning for low-rise office buildings and retail strips. While high-rise window cleaning requires complex rigging and high insurance, low-rise structures up to 3 stories require basic water-fed pole systems and pure water filtration setups. Polly hired 2 technicians and supplied them with lightweight carbon fiber poles that extend up to 40 feet from ground level. This eliminates the need for ladders or expensive lift rentals, speeding up job completion times while drastically improving worker safety. A standard 3-story office building contract pays around $1,200 per exterior cleaning, which takes a 2-person crew about 4 hours to complete. Equipment costs for a professional water-fed pole system sit around $4,500, including purification tanks. The next one on this list is the one nobody talks about, and it's remarkably profitable. Commercial property managers schedule window cleaning on set quarterly calendars, giving your business steady, recurring revenue year after year. Business number 9 is billboard and outdoor signage asset management. You don't need giant digital highway billboards to profit from outdoor advertising. Polly focused on small wooden and steel ground signs located along busy rural highways and local suburban corridors. She secures long-term land leases from rural property owners along high-traffic roads for $1,200 per year. She then erects double-sided wooden advertising structures for around $6,000 each and leases the ad space to local real estate agents, contractors, and auto repair shops. Each side of the billboard rents for $450 per month, generating $900 in total monthly gross revenue per sign structure. After paying the land lease fee, net annual profit from a single double-sided sign is over $8,000 on a $6,000 initial build cost. Most people assume outdoor advertising is controlled exclusively by massive national corporations. By focusing on hyper-local small businesses that cannot afford highway prices, you build an asset portfolio with incredible long-term cash flow. Business number 10 is specialized document destruction and shredding services. Financial firms, medical offices, and legal practices are legally obligated under federal privacy laws to destroy sensitive client records securely. Polly invested in a used industrial mobile shredding truck to launch this service. Clients pay for scheduled monthly bin drop-offs and on-site shredding services. A recurring route with 35 office clients paying $110 per month generates $3,850 in regular monthly income, plus additional fees for large annual purges. Equipment costs are higher for this model, with reliable pre-owned shredding trucks costing around $48,000. However, the business model yields high client retention because companies rarely switch document security providers once an active contract is established. The ones who succeed here focus on compliance certifications and reliability. Once you establish security credentials, local businesses trust your service and maintain contracts for years with minimal churn. Business number 11 is commercial parking lot striping and seal coating. Asphalt pavement deteriorates rapidly under weather and traffic, requiring restriping and seal coating every 2 to 3 years. Polly added this high-margin service to complement her growing commercial service portfolio. Line striping equipment costs around $5,500 for a professional machine, stencils, and heavy-duty traffic paint. A medium-sized retail parking lot striping job takes 4 hours to complete and pays around $1,600 in gross revenue, with material costs staying below $250. Seal coating projects generate even larger invoices, often ranging from $4,000 to $12,000 per property, depending on overall square footage. Profit margins typically exceed 55% after accounting for specialized asphalt sealer materials and labor wages. Most people avoid asphalt maintenance because it appears messy or seasonal. However, Pairing parking lot, striping with crack filling, and seal coating creates a lucrative multi-service business that operates 6 months a year with exceptional cash flow. Business number 12 is automated ice and filtered water vending kiosks. Freestanding ice vending machines filter local city water, freeze it into ice, and dispense bags or bulk ice on demand 24 hours a day. Polly placed her first ice kiosk near a busy marina and boat launch ramp. Customers pay $3.50 for a 16-pound bag of fresh ice or filtered water. The machine operates completely automatically, requiring only periodic maintenance, filter changes, and coin or credit card collection once a week. A new high-capacity ice vending unit costs approximately $42,000 installed, but equipment financing makes it accessible with around $6,000 down payment. Average monthly utility costs sit near $280, while net profits frequently hit $2,400 per month per machine in good locations. The secret here is locating kiosks near recreational areas, campgrounds, fishing hubs, or construction corridors. The machine converts cheap municipal water into high-margin daily cash sales year after year. Now that we have covered all 12 business models, let's look at how Polly built her system without taking extreme personal financial risks. She didn't launch all 12 operations simultaneously or quit her corporate employment on day one. Instead, Polly picked one single low-capital business model that fit her local area, reinvested early earnings, and built reliable operational procedures. She used SBA loans, seller financing, and disciplined savings to fund subsequent asset acquisitions over time. The biggest mistake aspiring entrepreneurs make is pursuing glamorous high-tech concepts with zero validated local demand. They spend months developing software ideas while ignoring proven cash-flowing services needed right in their hometown. Building quiet wealth requires a mindset shift from seeking social approval to seeking high-margin cash flow. Boring businesses might not impress people at dinner parties, but the financial freedom they create is undeniably life-changing. Let's analyze the exact step-by-step roadmap Polly used to transition from employee to business owner in under 24 months. Step 1 is conducting a thorough local service gap audit in your immediate city or suburban area. Drive through industrial parks, commercial strips, and residential areas to see what services are poorly reviewed or noticeably absent. Call existing service providers to test their customer service response times and pricing transparency. If local providers fail to return phone calls, offer vague pricing, or have poor online ratings, you have identified a clear market opportunity. You don't need a revolutionary idea. You simply need to offer reliable communication and punctual execution. Step 2 is securing basic business registration, commercial insurance, and proper operational licensing before taking on your first client. Having clean documentation builds instant trust with commercial property managers and high-value corporate clients. Step 3 is securing your initial equipment through smart financing rather than draining all your personal liquid savings. Equipment financing lenders specialize in funding cash-producing assets, allowing you to spread startup costs over manageable monthly terms. Step 4 is implementing digital marketing systems that capture local search demand automatically. Setting up optimized Google business profiles, collecting customer reviews, and running hyperlocal search ads creates a steady stream of inbound service leads. Step 5 is building operational systems and hiring dependable team members so the business can function without your constant physical presence. Polly created simple step-by-step checklists for every task, allowing new employees to deliver consistent service quality. Once your first business generates stable cash flow and runs on systems, you reach a critical decision point in your journey. You can choose to scale that single business into new territories or acquire additional complementary service lines. Compare two different career paths over a 10-year time frame in modern America. Person A stays in a corporate career, earning a solid salary while fighting rising living costs, inflation, and unpredictable corporate layoffs. Person B builds a small portfolio of 2 or 3 unglamorous local service businesses over 5 years. Even if each business generates a modest $6,000 in monthly net profit, their total income exceeds $216,000 annually. More importantly, Person B owns tangible, cash-flowing assets that can be sold to future investors or passed down to family members. That is true equity ownership, not just exchanging hours for a bi-weekly paycheck. Building silent wealth is not about taking foolish gambles or getting rich overnight through viral trends. It is about identifying real economic demand, acquiring functional assets, and managing cash flow with discipline and consistency. Polly's journey proves that ordinary people can achieve extraordinary financial freedom by embracing unsexy, highly practical operations. She traded corporate stress for asset ownership and built a life defined by freedom and control. Look around your own city today with fresh eyes and look past the shiny retail storefronts. Notice the commercial vehicles, the self-storage lots, the maintenance trailers, and the utility kiosks quietly serving your community. Every single one of those operations represents an opportunity for a dedicated person to build real equity. The marketplace doesn't care about flashy pitches. It rewards reliability, consistency, and practical value delivered on time. You don't need to reinvent the wheel or create the next viral app to transform your financial future. You just need to select one proven model from this list, execute it with discipline, and start building your financial foundation. Think about where you want your life and bank account to be 5 years from today. Will you still be running the same daily routine, wishing you had started building your own assets earlier? Or will you be like Polly, quietly managing a profitable portfolio of local businesses that give you total control over your schedule? The decision to start building real independence begins with taking action on one practical opportunity. Pick one business model that aligns with your resources, study your local market demand, and execute your first step this week. The path to quiet financial freedom is waiting for those who are willing to do the boring work. Most people stop right here after watching a video like this, feeling briefly inspired but taking zero real action. The ones who actually change their financial reality are the small percentage who take immediate, practical steps. Start by auditing 3 local service providers in your town today and see where their service falls short. That single, simple research task could be the spark that launches your independent journey toward long-term wealth. Consider the simple mathematics of building a localized portfolio of cash-flowing service assets. A single power washing rig or ice kiosk earning $2,000 net per month completely alters a household budget. That single asset pays for your monthly housing mortgage or covers your family's utility and grocery bills forever. When your basic living expenses are covered by business assets, your personal stress drops dramatically and your strategic options expand. From that position of security, building your second or third business asset becomes significantly easier and less stressful. You operate from a position of financial strength rather than desperation or financial anxiety. That is how silent wealth compounds in the real world, one practical asset at a time, built on solid fundamentals. No market hype, no speculative bubbles, just clear everyday demand served by reliable local management. Let's talk about managing risk during your initial business startup phase in today's economy. Polly maintained her day job while testing her first service offerings on weekends and evenings until revenue was consistent. By validating customer demand before resigning, she protected her family's baseline security while building real commercial momentum. This low-risk launch strategy prevents unnecessary financial stress and gives your business time to grow organically. Commercial clients appreciate dealing directly with focused, motivated owners who take pride in their work. Your personal attention to detail is your greatest competitive advantage against larger, indifferent corporate competitors. As your client base expands, maintaining strict cash flow management becomes your primary operational responsibility. Keeping business finances separate, setting aside tax reserves monthly, and maintaining cash reserves protects you during slower economic periods. Smart operators reinvest early business profits directly back into better equipment, staff training, and marketing systems. This reinvestment accelerates your growth rate and creates an insurmountable competitive barrier against weaker local competitors. Within 2 to 3 years of disciplined execution, your business becomes an established local brand with consistent customer referrals. The initial effort you invested turns into an automated asset that produces reliable cash flow year after year. This is the exact blueprint followed by thousands of silent millionaires working quietly across America right now. They don't look for media attention or public recognition. They focus on building tangible, real-world wealth. Remember that every major commercial enterprise began as a simple, humble operation built by one focused individual. Polly started with a single-use trailer and a clear commitment to delivering dependable local service. You have access to the exact same information, equipment markets, and customer bases in your city right now. The only missing variable is your personal decision to start taking concrete action toward asset ownership. Take time today to review the 12 business models covered in this detailed guide. Identify 2 options that match your current savings level, technical skills, and local market environment. Write down 3 specific steps you will take this week to research those opportunities in your local area. Whether it's calling local property managers or researching equipment prices online, start building real momentum immediately. The journey to quiet financial freedom doesn't require perfection, extraordinary luck, or massive venture capital. It requires consistent execution of proven principles applied to everyday commercial demand over time. When you focus on solving practical problems for local businesses and residents, financial rewards naturally follow. Build your foundation step by step, protect your cash flow, and keep your long-term goals clearly in focus. Years from now, you will look back on today as the moment you decided to step off the corporate treadmill. You took control of your income, built lasting assets, and created true independence for yourself and your family. The opportunities are hiding in plain sight in your community right now, waiting for someone to claim them. Take the first step today. Stay focused on your goals and build the quiet wealth you deserve. Let's re-examine business number 4, medical equipment transport. To illustrate how fast momentum builds once you launch, Polly secured her first clinic contract within 14 days of receiving her state sanitation compliance certification. That single contract paid $2,400 monthly for 2 weekly routes, covering her van payment and initial insurance costs immediately. Every additional contract she signed after that went straight to her bottom line as net profit. This rapid path to profitability is why service-based operations are far superior to high-risk product ventures or retail stores. You achieve positive cash flow early, reducing risk and building confidence in your operational capabilities. Apply this exact same principle to whichever of the 12 business models you choose to launch first. Focus relentlessly on securing your first recurring client contract before spending money on fancy branding or unnecessary office space. Keep your overhead lean, deliver exceptional service quality, and reinvest your cash flow into scalable business assets. This disciplined approach builds a durable business that withstands economic downturns and continues growing year after year. You now possess the complete framework and operational knowledge needed to start your own silent wealth journey. The market is wide open for dedicated operators who show up on time and deliver reliable work. Stop waiting for the perfect economic conditions or ideal moments that never actually arrive in real life. The best time to start building your independent financial future was 5 years ago. The second best time is today. Take charge of your financial destiny. Execute your plan with focus, and turn these proven ideas into real assets. As you scale your operations, always prioritize building strong relationships with local commercial property managers and business owners. These professional connections lead to high-value contract referrals and repeat business opportunities that cost nothing in advertising. Polly built over 60% of her total business volume purely through word-of-mouth recommendations from satisfied local clients. When you deliver consistent quality work on schedule, commercial clients will happily recommend your services to their business networks. Maintain a long-term perspective as you navigate the initial setup challenges of your new service business. Every operational hurdle you overcome builds your business capability and creates a moat protecting your profits from competitors. The initial effort required to launch your first business will pay dividends for decades to come through reliable cash flow. Stay committed to your goals, execute your daily tasks with discipline, and watch your business portfolio grow steadily over time. Financial independence is not an impossible dream reserved for tech founders or elite Wall Street executives. It is achievable for anyone willing to identify practical local needs and provide reliable, professional solutions consistently. Polly transformed her life not by inventing something new, but by executing unsexy daily operations better than her local competition. You have the exact same opportunity in your city starting today. Choose your path, build your assets, and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with true financial control. The quiet wealth journey is challenging, rewarding, and completely within your reach if you take action today. Thank you for investing your valuable time to study these 12 cash-flowing business opportunities with us today. If you found real value in this practical breakdown, subscribe to the channel for more grounded wealth strategies. Share this video with someone who is ready to step off the corporate treadmill and start building their own assets. Leave a comment below letting us know which of these 12 boring businesses you plan to launch first. Work hard, build quietly, and take control of your financial future starting today. We will see you in the next video.